Hey guys, my name is Emma and welcome to Bookish Fit. Today I will be doing my top series of all time. So for this video I'm not going to go on about what the whole book is about. I'll just tell you more the things that I like about it. A lot of these books are well known, so you would have obviously heard about them or you've read them yourself. So I'm not going to waste your time and read the whole synopsis. You can go on Goodreads, you can go on Amazon, you know, and suss it out that way. Now, this is in no particular order either. To start off with, the first book, or series should I say, is Illuminae and Gemini by Kristoff and Amie Kaufman. This is unlike any book I've read before, and I think that's why I love it so much. I do like the layout of these books. You do have like chats, video clips, action reports, a little countdown thing, confidential files and transcripts. Just the layout as a whole, how they set Illuminae out, and Gemini, because they're both done the same, like the layout is the same, is just amazing. It just makes reading a whole lot more interesting, and I cannot wait for Obsidio to come out, which is later on this year. Yay. The next series on my list is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I originally didn't have these books. My friend lent them to me and I was so glad she did. She knows my book taste to a T, and honestly, these are the best books I have read. After I read the series, I was just constantly thinking about it. I could not get these characters out of my head. I literally wanted them to be real. So I did go out and I did buy the box set, or duology, should I say. And I need to have a reread soon because these books are fucking awesome. My next favourite series is Goosebumps by R.L Stine. I loved these as a kid, and I remember I was actually scared of the TV show that they had back then. I'm pretty sure it was Foxtel, but I love these books. I've just picked out a couple of my favourite because, as you can see right here, I've got so many more. These are not the original covers. I actually did have the original covers, but what I did was a bit stupid. I didn't think I would read them much as I grew up and sort of thought, you know, I'm getting too old for them, and ended up giving them to my school library. So yeah, that wasn't smart because I had so many more than what I do now, and with the original covers and everything. I've just picked out some of my favourites. Monster Blood, A Night in Terror Tower, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, The Ghost Next Door, Welcome to the Dead House, and Please Don't Feed the Vampire. So yeah, these are pretty much my favourite ones out of all the Goosebumps. I think a lot of them were made into like the TV series, they were episodes, but I can still pick these up now and enjoy them. I don't really consider them a serious read, I guess you would say, but I find that they are a quick, fun, horror, sort of scary, spooky kind of story that I love, so why not? The next series on the list, Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. I don't think I'm saying that right, but you know what I mean. Mixed reviews online and on Goodreads about whether or not it was a good series. I love Jack the Ripper. I've always been really interested in serial killers and really gory kind of horror stuff. That has always been my thing. So I was so amazed when I read this, and I actually loved it because it is an original take on Jack the Ripper. Like, we've had movies, we've had series, you know, these were different. And Hunting Prince Dracula, I am a vampire fan. I do love vampire books and movies and that whole thing. So yeah, I do love this series, and I cannot wait for the next one. I think it's Houdini based, and the cover was revealed the other day and it is amazing. So I cannot wait to get it to match these beautiful books. The next series on my favourites list is Three Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. This series, it's one of those series where it takes you a while to sort of get into it, but once you do, like, the pace picks up, and if you enjoy the characters, because I do find it's more of a character-based book, like you learn, especially in the first one, you learn a lot about the characters before a lot really happens, but like in plot-wise. So yeah, I am excited for the next one. I have no idea when it's coming out, but I will be looking forward to it because I'm loving these books and I'm just pretty much waiting for someone to die. The next series I have, which honestly would be no surprise to anyone knowing that I'm 24 and these books were a big part of my childhood. So how can they not be part of this favorite series? Like, honestly, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. Just like everyone else in my age group, I read these books when I was younger. I went to the movies with my family when the first one came out and we got like an inflatable broomstick. I just have so many good memories with the Harry Potter series. Even, it's one of those series that you can read whenever, like no matter what age group you are, and you will love them. There will be something that you love about this series. I also do enjoy the movies. I know a lot of people like, you know, the movies aren't as good as the books, and no, they're not, but I still really enjoy them. I don't know what it is about them. Like, it's coming to life, and I think they did it as best as they could. There were a few little things like, hello, Lily's eyes. We all caught onto that one, and yeah, that was a bit of a shame. But you know what? They tried the best, and for book to movie adaptations, I would have to say it's one of the best. Just how much detail they put in. Obviously, they couldn't do everything because it would just be on forever. But from what they did, I think they did a very good job. The next series is Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. Sorry, but my box set is kind of falling apart. It didn't come really put together and I need to sticky tape it. Vampires. Horror-based, you know, a bit spooky, paranormal, everything I love. So I think this series did a very good take on vampires and doing like a vampire school. In a sense, it's kind of like Harry Potter, as in like, you know, witches going to school. I've read the whole series in about a week, maybe less. I pretty much flew through them. I didn't really like Bloodlines as much as I liked this series, which was a little bit disappointing, but I still love these. So I think Richelle Mead did another good book, and you know what, if she came back and added more to this, I would go and read it straight away. Now I like this a lot more than Twilight, because I read Twilight when I was maybe 14, 15, I think. Not 100% sure on that. I pretty much picked up the first book because I loved the cover, and I was just like, you know what, why not? The problem with Twilight was it had a lot of issues. Reading it at the age that I didn't really see them, but looking back on it, there are a lot of issues with the characters, with the books, with the plot. So I much prefer Vampire Academy than Twilight. And sorry to the people who are Twilight fans or Twihards, just not for me anymore. So the next series is Karen Rose. All of her books, because she writes amazingly. What I like about Karen Rose is the fact that her series continues, and it's not set in one place. It's like sort of mini-series, I guess, in a sense, because you've got like one set in Chicago, one set in Cincinnati, one set in Baltimore, Minneapolis. So all the characters that are in the same location, I guess, they're all connected. Reading these books in order, you will see how they meet, other people have met, they then get integrated into the next story, and it sort of comes around as one big loop. Yeah, it's amazing in that sense. The only thing I would say, you would have to read it in order, because if you don't, you're going to be spoiled. That's the only really annoying thing about this series. And like, there's heaps. Like, these are just 3 of the books, and like, they're pretty thick. I don't have all of them. I've got, I think, 5 or 6, but I have read a lot more. I just go down to my local library and pick them up. So I think I've read most of them. I think the new ones I haven't read. I did get approved by NetGalley for not the recent one, the one before that. So yeah, this is another good series that I would recommend more if you're into suspense, mystery, sort of detective series, and romance, because every book has romance. I wouldn't say it's the main focus of the books though. I would say it's like an extra perk if you do like romance. So the next series is Unearthed by Amie Kaufman and Meagan Spooner. I just recently finished this, and I know at the moment there's only the first book out, but it is going to be a series. It is a space sci-fi novel, but it is done in such a way that it was amazing. It's pretty much a great adventure. Out of all the books I've read this year, this is my top. It's new, so if you haven't checked it out, definitely give it a go because you will not be disappointed. I have loved pretty much everything Amie Kaufman has written. I haven't really read too much of Meagan Spooner, but I'll get around to that, and I'm willing to give her a go because if this is anything to go by, they're both amazing authors. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you have any tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe because that would be awesome and I'd love you. I hope you guys have a good day.